Good morning. That's just a test to see if you're still here with us. This is a unique experience this year because this is the first time we've ever started this early. Actually, the first time we've had the opening to open the conference. We usually halfway through it and then we do the opening. So you become a part of the historic group this year. This is also the first time that the POs and I get to sit over here in the shade. We're usually sitting over there, and we do it the year when we don't need the shade, but that's life. You'll have an opportunity this week to make some of your newest best friends. If you doubt that, ask somebody who was here last year. You may even have the opportunity, and some of you have already seen some of the video that's gone viral, you may meet your future mate here. For Crawford Long, it took about 20-some years for that to happen, but he met and they stayed connected here. 2 years ago, a couple got engaged in this very place, and they were married last year. Met here at this conference. We have another couple here who were POs together. Back in, I won't say what year, they are back with us also as a married couple. So you just never know who you might encounter while you're here this week. So don't miss the opportunity. Get outside of your own little group. You have come with a delegation, and that's good, and that's family. But mix it up outside of that because you'll miss out on some wonderful opportunities if you don't. This will be a week you can find your voice. You can be very passionate about what you believe. And you can state those beliefs without fear of being judged. Or too harshly anyway. But the good thing about it is that after that judgment or after that debate, you can still sit on the porch and share a Eureka treat as friends. And that makes it a very special place. Now while we're sitting here though this morning, I want you to be aware of something else. Most of you have come, either you have driven in cars, you have come on luxurious motor coaches. Somebody said I really exaggerated the luxurious part. You have flown. It has either cost you or someone a great deal of money to get you here. But as you sit here, having expended all of that effort and all of those dollars to get here, be aware just for a moment that there are 1.75 billion people in this world that are living in poverty. This morning, after you have finished your breakfast, how many of you had grits for the first time ever? And then you want to have grits for the first time where you're here this week? If you've never had grits before, raise your hand. All right, somebody from the South will show you where the grit trees are out here, where you can pick your own to take back. But after you have eaten one of those sumptuous meals, also be aware that today you may be full, but there are a billion people that are hungry in this world. A billion. In the time that it took for us to put these flags up here and declare our allegiance to our American flag, about 5 minutes, 90 children would have died from preventable diseases around the world. This morning, there are more than 2 million people your age and younger that are involved in international sex trade around the world. Dickens said it the best. This could be the best of times and the worst of times. Now, what does that have to do with you? It has everything to do with you. Because if any change is going to take place, your generation are going to have to really make those changes. Ours messed it up. You've got to make the change. You have got to be the change to make the change. Another interesting fact, and this came out of a devotional I did up here last year, that did you realize that, and I mentioned a billion hungry people, 2% of the grain crop of the world would feed everybody? That there's enough food available for every man, woman, and child on this earth to have 2,500 calories a day? It's not resources. It's distribution. It's policy and politics. You have got to change that. In the last month, I have seen one of your delegates here go on Facebook trying to raise money for other delegates to get here. In the last month, I know of one of your delegates that are here already has come up with an idea for a fundraising program to help fund people in the future to get here. What does that matter? It matters a lot. Because what if all of you took on one of those kind of programs to make a difference? Just a small difference. 12 years ago, I was at a basketball game at a local university in my town, and I got asked by the radio person to come on air and tell what the YMCA was doing. And he said, we got about 10 seconds. Tell us everything you're doing. Divine providence entered into my brain because I would not have thought of this. And out of my mouth came these words, Doug, your YMCA is working hard every day to build character, make a difference, and change lives. That became our mantra for the next 12 years. I would change that and give it to you this morning. Not to work hard to build character, but to live a life of character, to make a difference and change lives. And don't wait until you're rich and famous and highly educated to do it. Do it now. From the time you walk off this mountain. It's wonderful to have this experience, but the experience has to count and be lived out off the mountaintop in the valley. That's my challenge for you this week. Prepare yourself to go make a difference. Have a wonderful week. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. McGaughey, for those inspiring words. The next thing that I will be doing, the honor I have, is to present the presiding officers. Now, there are 6 of us. I'm one of them as well. And we will be serving you all throughout this conference. I have the honor of introducing our first presiding officer. She's a sophomore at Yale University. She hails from the land of sunshine and tofu. My dear friend, Haley Adams.